I'm kind of in an awkward position for this, but the water flows here, underneath there, and then through there. Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Dearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. And I have the power of the sun itself shining behind my head. Thumbs up for that. Very, very bright, but I wanted to have a change of scenery. I mean, it's all inside the cracker box of my room, but so yay on that. And oh boy, I ate a bunch of chips, corn chips, and I put salt on them, and that tends to kill all the skin around on your lips. So I've been dealing for a very short period of time since I stopped with the skin slowly starting to die, so I'm getting bits and pieces of dead skin. I also ate some gummy bears, and the gummy bear dye has gotten all over my lips as well as my tongue, and so those parts that are colored by the gummy bear dye are also the parts that are dead. And so as they're slowly peeling off, I've got sheets of oddly colored skin that are peeling off. Thumbs up for that. And then I went and peeled too hard, so this pink spot right here, right in the middle, that's where I peeled off all the protective skin, and that's just fresh, painful skin. Fun being human, and hopefully you're not too disgusted by my talking about the horrible state of my lips. Earlier I was out walking, because one of the first things I did, which ended up being one of the 30th things I did, was I checked if you pinch your skin like this and let go, how quickly your skin pops back indicates your level of hydration. And right now, it's not that quick. When I was out walking, it went pop, instantly down. But I had drank a full liter of tea before going out, and it's been a time, and my body has been filtering out all that excess water, and I haven't drank any tea to make up for it. So yeah, I have hydration issues, but even when I'm hydrated, I end up being thirsty. When I was out on walkies and I was thoroughly hydrated, I mean, hydrated to the point that the fluid that comes out of my body has no color to it when it should have that characteristic yellowish type. That's overhydrated. And my skin will oftentimes still go, "We are still so dry." But I was properly hydrated. Skin being all showing, and then it just felt so dry. So dry. Thumbs up for that. Past that, not a whole lot has happened. Hokey smokes, aside from yesterday, what happened yesterday with the musical thing, and it's going to continue happening, I mentioned it in the actual video itself, but in comments somebody had asked me what music that I played in the background because they really liked it. But I can't point to anything because the video editor I use, Wondershare Filmora, has added, like everything does now, a whole bunch of these AI, which is just machine learning and generative procedural art in many cases. But it's incorporated a ton of that into everything. If you use green screening, chroma keying, that's all AI now. They don't just do the regular keying, you can help adjust it, but it just uses the machine learning algorithms. Plus, if you want, there's generative music. And I used to use Kevin MacLeod music all the time, because Kevin MacLeod offers all of his stuff, or at least did, royalty-free. And you've heard Kevin MacLeod music even if you don't know it, because people have put it into movies, fallen in love with it, and then kept it in there even though they're not supposed to. So you've heard Kevin MacLeod songs in various movies. But with the bad actors out there, I have so many videos that have Kevin MacLeod music with all of the revenue being taken by somebody who isn't Kevin MacLeod that claimed that Kevin MacLeod song. And the thing is, if I appeal that, I have to send that appeal to the person that is making money off the Kevin MacLeod song. And they have to go, gosh, you know, they're right. Maybe I should stop making money off of this without doing anything. That doesn't happen. So I've just been falling back on using the AI stuff. So I'm going to be, for about 4 songs selections per video, I'm just going to start putting them together like in the way that I put them in video, and just up for vibing. Because as much as it may not be art, and it's not, generative stuff is not art, and I'm not going to go into the philosophy of it, but that's basically what I'm dealing with there on that level I'm talking about. It's nice to listen to, even if it's nothing special. It's not supposed to be anything special in this case, it's just so it's not absolute silence. If it was super outstanding, then that would take away from what it's supposed to be. But if just for vibing stuff, it actually sounds okay. There are some things that I really like. Nothing is very loud again because I live next to a major street. Again, just all machine, but still. Yay. Past that, I have not really been able to do a whole lot. I did the Fallout video yesterday. I still have to edit and render and upload the other Fallout video today, and it's already 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It has been a slow morning. I was out of bed around 8ish, and then it was around 10ish before I really got moving, and by the time I got out the door so I could call up my sister, it was close to noon. So between almost 2 o'clock now and that point has been just of course it's been 2 hours, but I walked to Walmart and back, and that's about all I've really done. So yay on that. I was even thinking on this one, it's like, you know what, do I regret the things that I haven't done in my life? Well, I'm a human being, of course I do. On the other hand, I did not do them because of like laziness or because of, you know, personal choice reasons. I ended up not being able to do a lot of the things that I wish I could have done because I did not know that I had ADHD with executive function and dysfunction issues. I did not know that I was an autistic person. I knew that I had depression, but then add the whole becoming reclusive on top of that, and not knowing the causes of what was happening. Sure, I regret the things that I didn't do, but they were things that I couldn't do. Not stuff that I voluntarily passed on. Stuff that I had been beating my head on the wall for decades about and not been able to do anything for. So yeah, I'm older. I'm a human being. And what with the scares that I've had, yeah, there's regrets. At the same time, that's only because I'm a human being. And I go, gosh, you know, I'm feeling something that I can't do anything about, but that's because I'm human. So thumbs up for that. Past that, I tried to do some Bag of Dungeon last night. Never really got that far. I gotta try and do less during the day so that I got more energy to do stuff later. The answer isn't necessarily to do all the fun stuff like Bag of Dungeon, all that stuff early, because if I get all that done early, when it's time that I need to do something like, oh, do the laundry, that's when I'll have no energy left. I'd rather not have the energy left and not be able to play a game than to play the game and then not have the energy to do the stuff I need to do to be able to, well, be at the activities of daily living. It's bad enough I can't do them all for various reasons. I don't want to add other things on top of that. Such is life. So no, I didn't get a chance to do any more writing. I've been thinking a lot about my setting and the characters. Let's see, because I did write like one or two things down here. One of them I'd been thinking about. I had originally thought, because, you know, direct my creativity and then follow it, but it doesn't always go to the place where it's going to end up first try. So the settlement of Nogrod, originally thought of, that's where the adventures are taking place. I had originally thought of with the character Connor being one of the first people because they were starting a new thing. But as it went on, no. It's been going on for a time with the Westadonian Merchants group, with all of the people coming in. It's been a good 10 or 15 years. And the Westadonian Merchant group lost control of it pretty quickly. Because even though they, a lot, have been slowly moving southward like this, the Westadonian Merchant group has gone about 1,000 kilometers south of all the furthest that anyone has gone, and that's where they've been setting up. But again, they lost control of things pretty quickly after the first one or two turns of bringing stuff down. You got faced down with like the Apani, who find out what's going on and saying, you made up a settlement where you're going to need food, a settlement where you're going to need recurring food, and all the, that is me not being able to speak correctly, and you didn't call the farmers. And they're mad because they didn't get called. That's prime place and prime reason to farm. So the Apani start showing up, and they become permanent down there doing the farm to become the settlement type, to not the settlement, but support for the trading going on. And if you have support people hanging around, you need to have housing, and once you've got some housing and people coming in and going, well, that just keeps growing. The place gets bigger, and you got a piece of something caught in your tongue. Good thing that there's tissues here. Yum yum. Fun having dentures. So the place starts getting big, and after 10-15 years, Nogrod has gone from just a couple trading posts to, it's a large place. When I say large, it's larger than Connor's hometown on the continent of Lanua, where he immigrated over in this direction. Now, is it safe? Well, nothing is really safe. I mean, even in the safe continent of Lanua, people get eaten all the time. It is dangerous, but so is modern life here. You try crossing a street when, you know, there's no lights and there's a lot of traffic, you're just gonna be one bashed up body. Same thing there. As long as you're halfway smart, your odds of not being eaten are pretty good. Now, the people that live in the trading town of Tuathic on the continent of Carthag, for them, that area is civilized. Just like someone from Lanua would consider that area civilized. It's dangerous as all get up, but as long as you're smart, you got a fairly good chance of not being eaten. And then, for the settlement down here, well, Tuathic seems civilized, but here, not so much. It is crazy dangerous, but everyone who comes and does stuff like that, you're kind of a thrill seeker, an adrenaline junkie. That's why Connor emigrated to Carthag. When when his adrenaline isn't pumping, when he's not got his life on the line, the ultimate test, the ultimate roll of the dice, the world is just colorless and gray. And it's only by saying, if I lose, I die, that things really brighten up, and he can taste the food, he can feel the air on his skin. Everything is wonderful. Thrill seekers and adrenaline junkies, they don't see anything weird about that, because that's all they know. And they wouldn't think of it as thrill seekers or adrenaline junkies, nor do places like the merchant group. They're just the people that's needed for a job. And that is go out and get stuff. Which is why I have to adjust some of the tables and such for the base game for this setting. Because where they are, there is more stuff and there is more treasure to find. One of the main reasons that the West Adania Merchants Group is set up there. Because there are crazy wonderful things that you can find. You don't have to have a contract with Cornelius the Apani merchant. It's advantageous, but you don't have to. You don't have to have any sort of contract with the West Adania Merchant Group, the people that brought you down here. It's not necessary. There are other white, gray, and black markets all around Nogrod. So you can make money, and there is money to be made. There is way more there than there is room for that there to be there. And when it does show up, the options are incredible, even places that have been thoroughly gone through. I figure Connor talking to someone who is retired from adventuring. This person just went to a place that had been picked through for 10 years. And a place that had been thoroughly checked out. Behind a throne. Suddenly, that opens up. Because they do like that. There's more there, so sometimes that there shows up there. And you might have a thoroughly picked out, small, mapped out area that has been shown to have nothing else. And suddenly, it's got a door that opens up to a whole new area. And you might say, well, gosh, just one door leading into a whole new area that might open up as big as the area you've left from one door? Well, yeah, there are some buildings in our world that only have one door. When you get inside, it opens up into a whole mess of rooms, doesn't it? Just like that. But you find more. Because there's always more there. Especially in this forest. So thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, that's my little bit of lore that I've been thinking about my setting. Talking a little bit about how I want to do more writing. I've been thinking about this stuff. I want to do all sorts of writing, from normal writing to stuff that you put on places like DeviantArt. I've got an account there somewhere under a different name where it's stories about people. They got swallowed whole and digested alive by wonderful, beautiful things like snakes. Thumbs up for that. But past that, I'm going to be playing some games. I'm going to be rendering, and then uploading, and hopefully you can get done the things that you want to get done. That would be awesome. And of course, for each and every one of my Patreon patrons, you are beautiful and awesome people. Thumbs up and thank you. It is appreciated. Without your help, I would be a badly hurting monkey. Especially these past couple months here. Well, with the new expenditures of, on top of the 300 and some odd extra I have to pay for Medicare and food, suddenly it's the extra $100 gone just for the not that wonderful of internet, but so much better than just the wireless that's been provided. It has been around uploading around 6 megabits per second and then downloading and watching videos no more than about 2. Lately the uploading has been no more than like 1.5 megabits per second. And my connection here with what I'm paying for is almost 3.6 megabits per second. Takes forever to upload anything. Downloading is pretty quick with my connection. Forever on the wireless. Yay. Anyway though, thumbs up and thank you. If you've left me a comment, that is appreciated. I wish I could answer more than I have. I wish I could do more than I can. But with my nerve compression and all of this going on, I answer as many as I can, and that's not as many as I would like. Nerve compression sucks. I am so very sorry. I'm bonking into the edge of the table there with my side of my leg. That was making the thing shake. Thumbs up for that. But I do read and appreciate each and every comment that is left. As stated, I can't answer as many as I would like, but at least I read them. I thumbs up the ones that I am able to. If I can't, I heart them. Yay! Of course, YouTube doesn't show me everything. If I don't heart or thumbs up a comment, it's because I didn't see it. YouTube's supposed to show me stuff, and well, Google runs and owns it, and Google is not that good anymore. Thumbs up. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is indeed a very, very good thing. Having the light on over my head was definitely a choice, wasn't it? What with my hair and my skin tending to blend into the beige of the background anyway. Yay! Yes, oh boy. Gotta make rice tonight too. Take care.